Why is this day?
Why is this day different from all others? Well, it's the day before or ere of Passover, and since I'll be working tomorrow, I'm making the brisket for tomorrow night's Passover Seder today. And then I'll be transporting it home. I'll be transporting it home for the Passover Seder, home to New Jersey or other home for the Passover Seder tomorrow night. And I'm cooking it in our new wall oven, which I'm sure Drew can tell you all about.
Last summer when we started trying to renovate the kitchen, we started to pick out appliances, and of course with anything else you're in the market for something, you start to educate yourself as to the features and what are important features and what features you can do without. And in our case here, we were somewhat limited by the physical size of the oven. This is a relatively small oven, and our choices were really between this and only 3 others, I believe. This one happens to be a KitchenAid wall oven, and it is also a convection oven. The difference between a standard oven and a convection oven is, with the convection oven there are actual fans in there that push the heat around. There is in the rear of the oven box, I guess you could call it, there is a heating element, and there is a fan behind it that circulates the heat around the oven, and in turn that heats more evenly and quicker, and generally speaking, it's a feature that are in most better ovens, I guess you'd have to see. On the control panel here, you can see something like a fan that's spinning around, and that designates that it's a convection mode that's being used right now. It has a timer, of course, which I think is a valuable feature, and
Which we need to set for an hour.
which I need to set for an hour. So let's see how that's done. Timer 200 start. There we go. And it's starting. One of the really nice features about this oven is it has an easy convect conversion. So you don't have to do the math, because when you're going from a standard baking mode to a convection, there's a little math that's involved. You have to subtract a little bit in terms of the temperature, and you have to subtract a little bit in terms of the length of baking time. And this does it automatically. So what you do is you hit baked goods, and then it asks you for the standard baking time. You put that in, and then it asks you for the standard baking length of time, the temperature and the time, both. And then it converts all that for you, and it keeps you apprised of that. Like on the display here, it tells you what the temperature is and how much longer you probably have to wait for it to be done.